Boom. Hey! Audrey U2 is first in the Heezy. Hey! All right. Hey! Hey! What? Hey! Hey! I like this hoodie too. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad, and this is a story time. Cling, cling. Yes, so as I let off, I said, welcome to another episode of Storytime, but I'm sorry to say this is going to be the final episode of Storytime with BDD. Yes, wait, I said final episode? Did I forget to say April Fools? No, this is not the final episode of Storytime. Yes, so that's a little April Fool's humor, and we're going to cover that and some more stuff in today's Stories of the Day. Stories of the Day. Day 4 of the Derek Chauvin trial showed us some more emotion and a lot more facts. What the hell is April Fool's Day all about, and why do people fear it? Opening day for Major League Baseball is seeing a return to live audiences and hopefully not another surge. Brooklyn Dad Defiant is now Brooklyn Dad Verified. And last but not least, raggedy Maskholes are today's You Raggedy Bish. Yes, did I say verified? Yeah. I'm still the same old guy. Just got a little check mark next to my name. It doesn't get me on the subway for free. Doesn't get me free movies or free coffee. None of that stuff. It means, I don't know what it means, but we're going We're going to get into that in a little bit. But thank you for the congratulations. It feels pretty good. It feels good. I feel fancy. As Tony Poznansky wrote, just tweeted a few minutes ago, he's like, it means we tweet with our pinkies up. I'm fancy now. Yeah, I'm going to get into that. But first, it's time for... Oh, wait, before I get onto the time for quick hits, here's actually a quick hit. Yesterday actually was the final day of streaming on Periscope. So you may notice that the other comments that we used to get from Periscope, they're not there because they're gone. Poof. I don't know if Twitter is planning on replacing that with something else, but I'm perfectly fine with that being here on YouTube. That's why the show looks a little bit fancier these days. Tell your friends, tell your relatives, tell your neighbors, check out BDD on the YouTube. He streams live every day just for us. Yes. All right, so let's get into that quick hits. And Watcher Soko was kind enough to remind me the thing that I always forget, to please remember to hit that like button. This one, hit this thing, the thumbs up on the show. And if you're not already subscribing, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. I'm talking to you lurking back there in the background. Stop the lurking. Contribute. All right, so quick hits, guys. Late last night, we heard, unfortunately, that there was yet another mass shooting. This time was in Orange County, California, and I sincerely hope none of you were in the vicinity or knew of anyone who was affected by that. There was a total of 4 people, including a child, a 9-year-old child, gunned down by this monster. The person's name was Aminadab Gaxiola Gonzalez, and apparently he locked the gates. He chained the gates up so people could not leave. And his backpack was found containing pepper spray, handcuffs, and ammunition. This shit has got to stop. Meanwhile, as a side note to this tragedy, recently found that background checks experienced a massive spike in the past month, mostly in the wake of all of the mass shootings that we had. That's what happens after a mass shooting. People buy more guns because they're afraid that their guns are going to be taken away or something like that. Some kind of ridiculous logic. But hopefully the background checks go up, the loopholes go away, and the mass shootings go down, way down, because one mass shooting is one too many. Strange news today. Pfizer announced that its vaccine will offer protection for up to 6 months past the time that you get the vaccination. And they announced this like it was good news. And I'm thinking, only 6 months? What the hell is up with that? 6 months? You mean to say we're going to have to take these damn vaccines like every 6 months or every year? What the hell? Why is that good news? I'm sorry, I'm missing something. I'm missing it. But, so Dr. Peter Hotez, who's a vaccine expert at Baylor College of Medicine, said, hopefully the protection might last years. Listen to this. But we won't know until we know. I've never heard a more frustrating non-answer than we won't know until we know. what? What the hell? Like, I'm looking forward to getting my vaccine, but you know how we've all been excited. Hey, I got my first shot. Hey, I got my second shot. I'm not looking forward to 6 months from now or a year from now. Yeah, I got my 18th shot. Yeah, no. This is reality. So we just got to deal with it. I'm not a scientist, but I am going to continue to trust the science. And Fox Hill Dreams says it's good against the South African variant. We often don't consider that there are variants out there. There's a South African variant, there's a Brazilian variant, there's variants. And hopefully, as we move forward, companies like Pfizer are steadily developing vaccines that will combat those variants as well, because we cannot be messing around with that shite. Okay, so as many of you already know, today Brooklyn Dad discovered that he is verified. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So I saw questions asking, what does this mean? What does this mean? Well, hopefully it means that, I've gotten messages from a ton of people saying there's this account, Bucks fan or something, who is, he's trying to copy your account. He's using your picture or whatever. So hopefully that shit, that calms down, what does it mean? It verifies that I am Brooklyn Dad Defiant. This is my official account. And if you see any other accounts that look similar, accept no substitute. And I was getting frustrated because I think over the past 4 years, I've probably reported maybe about 30 different accounts for, trying to pose as me. And I always get the same thing over and over. They ask me for a picture, my driver's license, et cetera, et cetera. And apparently they had stopped doing the verification program like 2 years ago. 2 years. And I remember about 3 years ago, I used to ask them to verify me. And I gave up. I think I tried maybe 3 or 4 times, like years ago. And they never approved it. So I was like, forget it. And I just verification really didn't matter. But then somebody suggested, if you were verified, all these crabby accounts, they couldn't, they couldn't fake they couldn't impersonate you. So I was like, well, that's interesting. So as I continue to report these fake accounts, I'm constantly telling Twitter, look, you guys already have my driver's license like 30 times and people still keep impersonating me. Why won't you verify me? Why? Our program is stopped. And I said, well, wait a minute. I was following Mary Trump when nobody was following Mary Trump, when she had less than 10,000 followers, and all of a sudden, this past June, boom, she was verified. Not just her, but Sarah Cooper. Sarah Cooper, the famous Sarah Cooper, she wasn't always verified, and they verified her last year too. So I don't know if that made a difference or not, because I feel like when I complain, I'm complaining to a bot that just gives me automated replies. But I thought it was interesting. Let's see. Lee Saunders says, BDD, I guess that time you trended sealed the deal. It's possible because I was trending on Twitter all day long. So, yeah, today, I didn't get a notification from Twitter saying, congratulations. No, congratulations. I just happened to look at my account and I was like, something's different. I saw the check mark and I was like, holy shit. And first thing I did was I ran and I told wifey, and I was like, got it. And I showed my kids and they were all, woohoo. It's a big moment in the Brooklyn Dad house. And then I thought, let me look back. I'm going to take a look back at the very first tweet that I posted. This was on August 2nd, 2013. This was when I was probably tweeting like once a month or once a week or something. I said, it has begun. Finally joined the Twitterverse. What have I done? God help me. Excuse me, I snorted. That was what I tweeted way back when, almost 10 years ago. And then I see like 10 days later was my second tweet, and I wrote, many thanks to the helpful rep at Citibank who gave me great service and solutions for my checking account today. Quick and professional. Bravo. See, guys, fun fact, that was the whole reason I joined Twitter in the first place, was because my friend Mikey suggested, he said, look, if you're having trouble with customer service or whatever, just send out a tweet, send it to that company, and they'll reply, and you'll get better service. And bada bing, bada boom. That's what happened. Kathy Murphy says, what I just did is called a snicker snort. Thank you. Next up. So this is the tweet that Lee from Leeds, UK was just referring to. I said, I just woke up, saw Brooklyn Dad trending because a bunch of folks thought I was hiding information clearly stated in my profile, but even more of you stood up for me. Thank you, guys. I love you. And when I wrote that, it wasn't just some kind of sappy sentiment. I sincerely feel that, in my heart. Like, this Twitter thing, it's not like, it's not a job. I don't get paid to tweet. I tweet for enjoyment. I tweet to share things. I'm just a regular guy. Last night I tweeted about Godzilla and Godzilla versus King Kong, because I enjoyed it. If I have snow, if it's snowing outside, I'm going to tweet a little video of the snowflakes falling, and Christmas and the dogs and the kittens. And, when I got married, I showed you guys a picture of me and wifey with our rings on top of each other, I just tweet to connect to you guys, and I gotta thank you guys, my faithful, friendly followers. You guys are fam. You guys, all 85 of you who are watching right now. I truly am blessed to have such a fantastic group of people here on the show. I don't care, honestly, if this number doesn't grow. I kind of do, but I really don't. This is us, guys. This is us. All right. Now, with that sentimental stuff out of the way, let's do this timeline cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Yeah. All right, so I mentioned that I enjoy tweeting about cats sometimes, right? So I came across this video and I was like, wait a minute. That ain't no cat. You tell me if I'm wrong. Is this actually a cat?
What?
Look at this. Is that an ocelot? It's huge. It's like a dog. Seriously, what is that? Guys, help me out here. Any animal fanatics out there, look at how massive it is. That belongs in the wild. Oh, Michelle Warmoth says it's a serval cat. The Trump Reaper. You guys are fast. Scribble My Dibble says lynx. Jasmine thinks it's an ocelot. Paula says not a cat. Whew.
What?
It's massive. DB, that's Pasta D, thinks it's a leopard. Chick Norris says they think it's a Mao. Melissa McQueen says looks like a cheetah. Yeah. Okay, so Deb B also says she thinks it's an ocelot. It's fantastic. Whatever it is, it's majestic. I love it. But that thing is not going to be in our house. I'll tell you that. What does it even eat? Does it eat like rabbits? I don't know. Cat food? I don't know. But speaking of food, right? And also for April Fools, I like a good prank. Don't get me wrong. I love pranks. Actually, back in the day, I was like a real prankster. No joke. The only thing I say, though, is don't mess with my food. And I think a lot of people will agree with me. Don't mess with my food. And I think this pup also agrees. Hey. What? That pup said, "Bish, please." What is that? Huh? What? She said, "Don't make me have to cut you, 'cause I will cut you." Excuse me. Okay, next up. We have this. I came across this. I don't know who this person is, okay? But I found this message. It was just kind of random. This message was very inspirational, and I need to share this with you. I thought this was great.
Can I sit with you for a moment?
Yes, go ahead. Have a seat.
I just wanted to come over here and say, you're doing better than you think. You're doing better than you think. You see, no matter what 2020 or anything in this world has tried to take from you, you're still here. Lost everything, you're still here. Uncontrollable sickness, you're still here. Husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend left you, heartbroken, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
No money in the account, you're still here. How many times did you look yourself in the face and said, there'll be no tomorrow for me? Yet you woke up, opened your eyes, put your feet on the floor, looked at life in the face and said, try again. See, you're still here, and you're doing better than you think. And if that ain't a true testament to just how strong you are, then I don't know what is. You're doing better than you think.
I love that. Now I see a few people saying, Samantha Hawkins is saying she loves Officer Yudi. Your boy Ken says Officer Yurdi on TikTok. Officer Yudi. Okay. Yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, it was short and sweet and to the point, but it was heartfelt. And yeah, I absolutely believe that. You know, they say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I don't think there is a limit to the amount of inspirational words that we need to feed ourselves. Okay? That's why I have the timeline cleanse on here. That's why I can't survive in just a world of negativity. Yeah, I get plenty of it. Believe me, I get plenty of negativity. But in order to survive, we have to feed ourselves positivity. We have to. And the most important thing to remember is that we are still here. You know, we are better. If we have gone from yesterday to today, we're already winning. Yeah, it might not feel like it, but we are. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Let's do this roll call. Show me where you're coming from. Show me where you are at. And let's try to do this quickly because I'm late today. That's my fault, not yours. But and Eric, Weed Whacker Eric, is going fishing. That's what's up. I like to hear that. Petty Deb from Arizona. Audrey, you two from Brooklyn. Where else? Kathy Murphy is stuck in CT. Marie from New Jersey. Cindy from Lakewood, Washington says she will never see a blue check. Never say never. Patty Duke for Life from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. DB, that's Pasta D, says hashtag winning equals Charlie Sheen. Queen of the South, that's C from Kansas City. Pandora from Boston. Jennifer Rayner from Wisconsin Rapids. Stella Baxter from Los Angeles. Stella. Michelle Warmoth from Berlin CT. Ness from Connecticut. Your boy Ken from Texas. Weed Whacker in Seattle. That's Weed Whacker Eric. Great to see you too, buddy. Samantha from the Bronx. Jenna in Richmond, Virginia. Janet from Chicago. Jen Murphy in the DMV. Thank you for the congratulations. Cindy from Alaska yet again. Adrian Gladish from cold Columbus, Ohio. Sudi Q from Centennial, Colorado. Melissa McQueen from sunny Seattle. Linda Taylor from Garden of Aiken, South Kakalaki. Dove MFs from Stamford, Connecticut. Jamie from Way Too Cold for Spring, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I agree with you there. Nurse Mitch from Glen Burnie, Maryland. DB, that's Pasta D from Georgia, says hashtag divest in Georgia. That's interesting. Very interesting. Gavin Rutherford from Scotland. Deborah B from Woodstock, New York. That's the wildflower. Tina G in Albuquerque. She B from from SN. I think you dropped some letters there. Patty from Gainesville, Texas. Samantha B sleeped sleepy in Northeast PA. Karen Purdy from Newton Falls, Ohio. There she is. Lucy from Orange County, California. Winnie from Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Chick Norris from Kauai, Hawaii. That's fancy. Cruising at home. Fox Hill Dreams from Aiken, South Kakalaki. Wojo Mom, that's Mickey. And Bella from Greece, New York. Asmila J. A is wearing her BDD beanie. That's nice. I like it. Let's see. Gina Potter says you brought so many great people in my life. Thank you. That is so sweet. Julianne Gauthier is still hanging with her son on the coast of California. Watcher Soko in Orange County, California. Too Real As It Gets from Alberta, Canada. Amanda in Arkansas. Valerie from Staten Island. Anita in Columbus, Ohio. RJ from wonderful sunny Florida. Lee from Leeds, UK had a heat wave yesterday and snow tomorrow. There's something crazy about that. Gina Potter from New Jersey. Punxsutawney Mo still snowing in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. She B from Chicago. Stephanie in Spring Hill, Florida. Lisa Hathaway says hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Solid Blue Sister says her heart is constantly breaking for George Floyd in Southern California. You and all of us, my friend. Wilbur from Martinez, Georgia. Roo, roo. That's our dog lover buddy. Stacy is trying to keep cool in no, not summer yet, SoCal. Ms. Nick in Stafford, Virginia. The Trump Reaper just bought all of our hardback books off of Amazon. What? That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Even though, we're not friends with Amazon, but still. Thank you for that. Let's see. Sarah in Texas trying to verify her Noesis Books account. Sylvia Correa is here from Madeira Island, Portugal. Victorina sending love in Pahrump, Nevada. Cha-Cha from Seattle. Jasmine Lacey just got headbutted by her 9-month-old son there in Eagle River, Alaska. Kimberly from Houston. Lisa Straw sending love from Jupiter, Florida. Karen T still at her desk working in Chicago. Deb B says blue skies in Kashmir, Washington. And Natalie B from Long Island. Yeah. Sheila from Vancouver, Washington. All right. Alicia is feeling great in Fort Knox, Kentucky. And so let's see. Everybody getting Chicago weather. Alina in Illinois. And I did get Samantha from the Bronx, but I'll get you again from the Bronx. Let's see. Monique from the DMV. Hey! Thank you, guys. That was a pretty quick roll call. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let's jump right in to our first story of the day. This is the Chauvin trial, day 4.
I was pretty upset. And I started kind of fussing in the corner of the lobby. And at one point, Floyd came up to me. Floyd has this great, deep Southern voice, raspy. He's like, "Sis, you okay, sis?" And I wasn't okay. I said, "No, I'm just waiting for my son's father." He said, "Well, can I pray with you?" I thought I was so tired. We had been through so much, my sons and I. And this kind person just to come up to me and say, "Can I pray with you?" When I felt alone in this lobby. It was so sweet. And at the time, I had lost a lot of faith in God.
That was Courtney Ross. That was George Floyd's girlfriend. This trial has been very difficult to watch at times. Her testimony gave us actually a different look at George Floyd, the kind of person, the man that George Floyd was. Frank, for the most part, all we have seen of him are like less than a handful of photos. We've seen the video of him being killed by Derek Chauvin, and we've seen a brief video of him possibly inebriated in the store, the Cup Foods store. But the portrait she painted of George Floyd was a caring man. He was a security guard at the Salvation Army shelter. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a homeless shelter. I have. I've stayed in a homeless shelter when I was homeless. And it's not a pretty place. It's actually, shelters are very depressing places to be, and scary too. It's scary because the people that are there with you, they've all got issues, and that's where she met George Floyd, and they both. What we also learned today was that they both had an opioid addiction. Now, at this point, we know millions of Americans are affected by opioid addiction. And what is the point then of the prosecution using her as a witness, and addressing that opioid addiction? Is a few different things. One is what I was talking about yesterday, that eighth mile strategy. I'm hearkening back to that Eminem movie where he took his own weaknesses and put them out there, and by doing so, he weakened his opponent. And that's what they're doing. They are getting out ahead of all of the weak points in their own case and the so-called strong points of the defense. They're kind of short-circuiting those defensive maneuvers. They are going to try to say that George Floyd died because he was under the influence. They're also going to try to say that they had to use overly aggressive measures because he's big and he was under the influence. But so far, what we've seen, from the witnesses expertly brought out was that not only was he not a threat, but his drug problem, we learned from Courtney Ross that he was hospitalized for an overdose in March. He didn't die. And he was still using pills and drugs well after that March overdose. He only died when he had Derek Chauvin's knee on his neck. Now, this was one of the paramedics. This was Seth Bravender, like lavender. This is a young kid. He's young, and I mean, he's not a kid. He's an adult. But to me, everybody who's under the age of 30 is a kid. But I thought it was interesting. He was studying to be either an EMT or a paramedic in his last year in high school. So, he cares about his profession, about what he's doing. And he said, so he made a hand motion when they showed this on the video. He made a hand motion near George Floyd's head when he arrived. And the lawyer asked, why did you make that hand motion? It's because I wanted the cop to get out of the way so I could treat the patient. Yeah. And he could see that George Floyd was not breathing from a distance. He could see that. If he could see that from a distance, why can't the cop see that? He's right on top of him. This was another paramedic. This was Derek Smith, and they brought out the point about why did the paramedics have to leave the area before starting chest compressions. And he said there was no reason why the cops couldn't have started those chest compressions before they even got there. And they should have, This was a very interesting day. We saw a lot more witnesses in one day than we have in any of the previous first 3 days of the trial. This was the police chief. This was Fire Captain Jeremy Norton, who testified that he could tell why the firefighter Genevieve was in distress, because he could see himself. Yeah, fire captain, right? Yeah, Fire Captain Jeremy Norton. So, have any of you guys ever served on jury duty? Because I haven't. Right. And the reason that I haven't served on jury duty is because anytime I would get one of those notices saying that I had to serve on jury duty, there was one time I went down to the courthouse and I sat there and I was waiting for the attorney to call me and speak to me. And I made it clear that I cannot be an impartial witness. Now, I was saying that because I wanted to get out of jury duty. It was some case about a hospital malpractice and children. And I was being honest. I was like, I can't be impartial, especially if some child was harmed. Nah, I got 3 kids myself. So I'm being honest. So if I was sitting on this trial which I couldn't. I couldn't sit on this trial because there's no way in hell I could be impartial. I don't see how anybody sitting on this trial, black, white, man, woman, whatever your race, whatever your religion is, I don't see how any human being sitting in the jury right now does not vote to convict. I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, so today, moving right along, today was opening day for Major League Baseball. Wait, where's my baseball music? Yeah, there we go. Me and myself, I am a solid baseball fan. I'm a Yankee fan, actually. Don't hate me for it. I'm a Yankee fan, and I've been suffering along with the rest of the baseball world through, like, last year was a COVID shortened season, but today it has reopened, and there's no more fake audience in the stands. This is strange to me. It's strange. Yes, I know we've made progress. I know for a fact that Yankee Stadium was checking people to see if they've gotten their vaccinations. It just seems a little fast to me. I'm no scientist, but it seems like it was a bit too soon to go back to, like there was 11,000 people in Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium has a capacity that's close to 50,000. Like if it's, sold out, I think you could fit 50,000 people in there. So 11,000 is way down from their max capacity. And, it is outside, right? And if you social distance and you've got a mask, presumably it could be safe to do. I'm showing pictures of coaches and players wearing masks, and I think it's important if they're going to do this new season with people, sitting in the stands, actual people, not cardboard cutouts. I think we could see baseball again. This was today. This picture right here was in Detroit. They played in a snowstorm. I don't know what was the final score of that Detroit Cleveland Indians game. I think Miguel Cabrera had hit a home run at one point. Anyway, I like baseball. And I think it's important for people to begin to slowly get back into doing events like this, but I think they also need to be responsible about how they do it. Maybe they need a cap. They need an attendance cap. After a certain number, we can't let you in because we have a maximum capacity based on COVID restrictions, and it is what it is. That's what they should do. But I'm not going to lie. It is kind of exciting to see this happening again. I remember a year ago when they canceled spring training, and then we heard that a whole bunch of players had opted out of the season altogether. Last year was a messed up year, but let's see what happens. I got my fingers crossed for mostly I don't want to see a surge. It was just literally last week where the professional from the CDC was warning of impending doom based on a surge from spring break and now possibly from, 11,000 people in one stadium. Let's see. You can't keep the mask on if you're eating a hot dog. And why are you going to a baseball game if you can't eat a damn hot dog? People drinking beer, they're shouting, right? You're shouting for your team, right? You can't avoid that. And if you're shouting, you're spraying. I guarantee you there's people who can't control their spray. Good Lord, help us. What happens if they spray and that spray lands on your shirt and then you happen to touch your shirt and don't know and then you touch your face? Oh, boy. Dr. Walensky. Thank you, Michelle. Excellent. You guys are the best, giving me like that live info when I need it. Okay, I'm going to scoot right along onto this one. Today is April 1st, also known as the dreaded April Fool's Day. Why do people have such a problem with April Fools? Oh, wait, what do I have? I got some comments there. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, I'm going to turn that off there. Okay. Why do people have such a problem with April Fools? Yeah, I've seen tweets on Twitter saying, if you do April Fool's pranks, you may not tweet about the following. And you know what? Actually, I kind of agreed with it. You can't make an April Fool's joke about like suicide or somebody getting hurt or, things that are not funny at all. The whole point of an April Fool's joke is you get an excuse to clown someone. Like, for instance, this was funny. The governor of Delaware said New Jersey and Delaware will be merging to become one state named New Delaware. We're offering the New Jersey governor a fresh start. We'll forget about all that stuff in the past. The capital will be the Bridge. Jug handles will be banned, and the full coastline will be the beach. And then New Jersey tweeted back and said, delete your account. And they changed their profile picture to Baby Yoda holding the state of New Jersey. That's cool. But some of the best pranks I think I've ever seen were on The Office, and they were pranks by Jim perpetrated on Dwight. Dwight was the subject of a lot of these pranks, like this time when Jim moved Dwight's entire desk into the men's room. There was that other time Jim put Dwight's stapler into Jell-O. That's great. And this other time when Jim wrapped Dwight's desk in Christmas wrapping, but it turns out it wasn't even his desk. It was just made up. That was a really clever one there. The problem with April Fool's jokes, like if it's just a lighthearted prank like this one, somebody sticking a kick me sign on somebody's back, if it's harmless and it doesn't really hurt somebody and you get a shock and a laugh out of somebody, then it's okay. But it's when you really injure someone. I thought this was hilarious. Here, this is a picture of a car surrounded all around by shopping carts. That's great. That took a lot of ingenuity and skill. Scribble My Dibble says she wrapped her boss's desk in aluminum foil years ago. That is hilarious. And I wonder, did you still have a job the next day? You must have. Nobody gets rid of Scribble My Dibbles. She's awesome. Next up, there's this one here. Somebody's dad put 2 glasses of water on a counter. Somehow they managed to do that, and then left it upside down, right? And said, have fun cleaning this up. Love you, Daddy. That's not a fun dad prank. Also, that is kind of interesting how you did that. Here's one. This is a toilet bowl with a cardboard cutout for expert mode. If you got perfect aim, you can drop your deuce in that little hole. And this one here is a paper cup turned upside down. Warning, huge aggressive spider under cup. Do not pick up until ready to squish it. And then he ripped a hole in the paper cup to make it look like the spider fought his way out of there. So when did people start celebrating April Fool's Day? Some historians believe that April Fool's Day dates back to the year 1582. II. When France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Don't ask me what this shit means. I don't know. This was the Edict of Roussillon. There's going to be a quiz on this. As called by the Council of Trent in 1563. So people who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st became the butt of jokes and hoaxes. It's like, ha ha, we changed the calendar. You didn't know, sucker. Yeah, so centuries. So I think, bottom line, if you're going to do an April Fool's joke, let it be tame. Don't let it be malicious or, hurtful to someone. Let's see. This is not unacceptable. Do not take a Krispy Kreme donut box and fill it with carrots and celery. That shit is unreasonable. All right. So that's that for April Fools. Let's see. Okay. So now it is time for... Hold on. You raggedy bitch. Time for You Raggedy Bitch. And today's You Raggedy Bitch is multiple people. Not one in particular, but I am using one as a primary example. Here we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who tweeted out this video and says, I don't need to wear a mask. I'm doing exercises. Look how smart I am doing exercises to keep the COVID away. Isn't that brilliant? And if that was the case, then how the hell did The Rock get COVID? Oh, yeah, The Rock had COVID. Okay? Don't be stupid. It's just stupid. That's just stupid. So here we have Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin is the latest example of somebody who didn't wear masks and then got COVID, like Chris Christie over here. We never learned for 100% sure if Mike Pence, the only asshole not wearing a mask in a room full of people wearing masks, and this jackass using a mask to mock Joe Biden. Yesterday, Sarah Palin came out and actually said, well, turns out that wearing a mask is the right thing to do since I now have COVID. Why do you jackasses have to get COVID in order to see the damn light? Why? We've been saying this. We've been preaching it for a year. Okay, why not use your star power, your wattage, your whatever, to advocate for people to wear a mask without having to catch COVID? This idiot. She got the Rona. So did her son and her daughter. She said she had bizarre symptoms, and those bizarre symptoms were the loss of smell and taste. That would not only be bizarre for me, it would be horrible, because smells and taste, that's, 40% of my senses that I do not want to do without. She said, I strongly encourage everyone to use common sense. Common sense, coming from Sarah Palin. I strongly encourage everyone to use common sense to avoid spreading this and every other virus out there. Through it all, I view wearing that cumbersome mask indoors in a crowd as not only allowing the newfound luxury of being incognito, but trust it's better than doing nothing to slow the spread. I will give her this. That is a clever way to trick her followers and Trumpers into wearing a mask, trying to pump up the thrill of being incognito. I'm not taking that away from her, okay? What I am taking away from her is, why did it take you so damn long? Donald Trump didn't even tell anybody that he was vaccinated. He and Melania both got vaccinated and didn't bother to tell. They just kept that shit a secret. You know what I mean? Like, you could have helped millions of COVIDiots out there get with the program, help the country heal, physically heal. So Maskholes, you're not helpful, right? Step up to the plate. Take the politics out of it. Wearing a mask should not be political. It should be, as Sarah Palin said, common sense. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Sarah Palin, but yeah, it's common sense. Just wear the damn mask. Let's all get out of this. We can't get out of this until the rest of the Maskholes and COVIDiots get with the program. It's that simple. All right, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the littlest president. The littlest president is available on BrooklynDadDefiant.com. Also available, well, I'm just going to say it's available on BrooklynDadDefiant.com. You know what time it is. Wait a minute. Somebody just said, Stacy said, too bad she's fairly irrelevant. She's talking about the Maskhole, Sarah Palin. Yeah, she is irrelevant, but still, it's helpful. If you get this book on BrooklynDadDefiant.com, you get the beautiful swooshy signature that everyone loves. And I can write Hui Juan. I can write, you need to leave. Or wait, do I have that? Yeah, I can write, wait, damn it, what's wrong with my you need to leave here? Let's see. Hang on. Nope. I don't got it. All right. So anyway, I can write anything you like on it. And the littlest president is starring President Barack Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Joseph R. Biden, and the R stands for ready to kick that ass. Whew. Bladder bear pooping, holding the puppet strings on Spanky McDumbass. Complicit Barbie. Rudy Giuliani, Gummy McJuicebox, Kellyanne Conjob, Stephen the Snake Miller, and Mitch McTurtle McConnell. Hey, I'm seeing Fox Hill Dreams is saying this has been one buffering event for me. Is anyone else having difficulty with buffering throughout the course of this show? I would like to know to see if it's on my end or if it's on Fox Hill Dreams' end. Anybody? Are you guys buffering? Lee Saunders says not me, and she's way over there in the UK. Lucy says no, perfect. Sheila McGinnis says nope. Okay. Fox Hill Dreams, you might want to look into your service provider and ask them, hey, what's up with my settings? Time for our favorite page, ladies and gentlemen, because this is Spanky McDumbass. Spanky McDumbass is Sad. He used to be rich. He used to be a businessman. He used to be a TV star. He used to have a Twitter account. He used to be the littlest president. But now Spanky McDumbass is in jail. How did he get here? Let's go back. Yes, let's go back. Let's go back, indeed. And what I'm going back to, based on what we are experiencing the past 4 days, it's this courtroom page. Investigators from the SDNY wasted no time. They had been waiting for Spanky to become a private citizen so they could bring the full force of the Department of Justice against him. Spanky was convicted for money laundering, tax evasion, and for overall shitbaggery. He would spend the rest of his life in prison. Spanky was the littlest convict. Now, when I look at this page and I see that the judge is saying, "You're fired," I mean, I swear, that would be such like the perfect ending to the trial. I want to see his hair jacked up like that. I wouldn't mind seeing Malaria smooching some other dude, maybe a security guard or something. Nancy Pelosi for the win with the with the clap. And yeah, but I would like to see this show get on the road sooner rather than later. I have a certain amount of patience. I don't expect things to happen overnight, but it's not like it's happening overnight. We know that these trials these investigations have been ongoing for many, many months now. So SDNY, kick this thing into gear. Get with the program. Let's see some indictments. Let's see it. Soon, please. Okay, Deb B says, it's called Consequences. Lee Saunders says, maybe he'll share a cell with Matt Gaetz. That would be beautiful. Jamie from Wisconsin says, let's get some damn charges. Let's see. The Trump Reaper says, BDD, I bought the hardcovers off Amazon to send to you so folks won't have to buy them through Amazon and you can sign them. Trump Reaper, I want to thank you for that. That is very kind and generous of you to do. I will say that Wifey and I have a policy in place that we do not give out our home address to anyone. That means anyone. But we do have a P.O. box set up. So Trump Reaper, for those of you who don't know, made us this fantastic Brooklyn Dad poster back here, which you see on the show every day. That's the Trump Reaper who did that. Yeah, very, very creative. So the way you sent me that to the P.O. box, send it back there and just give me a heads up when you send it. If you got a tracking number and I can follow it and I can make plans to go into Manhattan. I don't normally go into Manhattan, but that's where the P.O. box goes to. So let's see. Cindy is reminding us to please don't forget to like this video. And she also says she's sure BDD got his blue check because he's a confirmed published author like Mary Trump. Could be. Yes. Let's see. Whoa, Deb B says Gates traded nude photos and videos. Is this new or did I just miss this? How did I miss that? That's yeesh, hideous. Hideous. Okay, let's see. I got time for a few questions. Jamie from Wisconsin says, get a P.O. box. I got it. Already there. Let's see. Jennifer Rayner says, I forget there is software for YouTube, so it's a 180 compared to Periscope. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Yes, Trump Reaper, I do have the same box. Yes. Let's see. Nobody has any questions for me. Wait, oh, of course. Solid Blue Sister, I can always count on Solid Blue Sister hitting me with a question. Let's see what you got for me now. BDD, what is your definition of a coward? I think a coward is someone who hides behind their status to promote evil or stays silent against evil. Yes. I agree with that wholeheartedly, Solid Blue Sister. I would also say someone who is a coward is someone who does not back their own convictions. Someone who will change their convictions or their own beliefs based on what they think is popular, what they think is politically expedient. Someone who doesn't stand for something. They'll just fall for anything. Yeah. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is take a stand that you know will not be politically expedient or popular. So yeah, that's a coward. If we're, in the, if we're talking politics and just a coward in general is someone who hides from doing the right thing. And the right thing is often very difficult to do. Let's see. Oh, Gavin says he showed, Matt Gaetz showed photos to lawmakers. Yikes. Lee Saunders wants to know, are you on Good Friday and Easter Monday? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. That was easy. Thank you. All right, one more question. Let's see. Deb B asks, why won't Biden fire the commissioners currently running SSA and IRS? Social Security recipients still have no stimulus money. That is outrageous and insane. Maybe he's not aware of it. That's my only guess. I don't think he would hesitate to get rid of somebody not doing their job. So I don't know. That's an excellent question. I'm going to be looking for that. Thank you. So, guys, thank you very much for another great episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, a.k.a. Brooklyn Dad. If you must go out, please remember to wear your masks, 2 of them. Wear your gloves. Keep your social distance. 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, relaxing evening. I will see you tomorrow, same time, hopefully a little earlier. Get back to being early. Same place. I love you all. Peace. Boom. Hey. I got that troll. I got him. I think it was me. It might have been someone else. Doesn't matter. Thank you to the moderators for keeping this show troll-free. Solid Blue Sister wants to know, is CP time in my DNA? I believe it is. It's always been an issue. Do 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 do. Hey! Thank you, Janet, for ordering your book and t-shirt. Bump, bump. Hey! Thank you for clearing that up, Atina G. Amanda Crawford got the t-shirt and mug. You need to leave.